and Brownie.
The podcast.
Look at you, Melbourne, waking up on Tuesday, the 2nd of the 2nd, 2022.
Two.
So many twos. And look, apart from being an auspicious occasion, it means that if you call up today and you get on air, you get 2 entries into the final 50K Friday.
Whoa.
So that means 2 more chances. 1 more chance.
Yes. 2? 2 more chances?
Just confuse the shit out of us.
13 24 10. Make sure you've got that in your phone. It's your ticket to 50K.
Tony Martin's coming on today. Also, Patrick Dangerfield. I don't know if you guys have heard this story.
Yeah.
Full David Hasselhoff something.
Full hero.
Full hero. So we're going to get to that.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Ready to hit the road this summer? It's time to What If It.
Visit whatif.com to plan and book your accommodation, flights, activities, even car hire.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
I tell you what, big story overnight. Big story yesterday, bit of Baywatch.
Great music.
I love this. I've got a hero story, Dino. So,
Okay.
I've got some gear there loaded up, Dino. I know he's just going to have some fun. Oh, here we go. The great Patrick Dangerfield, yesterday down at his house in Moggs Creek, Swanee, 'cause you know he lives down there by the beach.
Yes,
About
that's sort of
45 minutes
Lawn
drive.
Way.
Lawn Way, yes. He was just, was alerted by a member of the public. He was sitting on the beach just having a chat to his family. And alerted by a member of the public saying, there's some people struggling out past the breaks. Out past the breaks, so you got to get into action, Danger. Now, I know it's not football season yet, but he sprung into action.
Would you say he's a...
Nah, I'd say he's a hero.
I tell you, he is. Patrick Dangerfield, you goddamn hero. Oh, yes! Yes!
I can't believe he was on Channel 9 News last night, Swanee. I can't believe they didn't have a backing track of Patrick Dangerfield talking to Channel 9.
Family got caught in a rip and it was a pretty big swell yesterday, so just paddle out and help them get back in. The ocean's a powerful beast, and it was just an unfortunate set of circumstances, and the main thing is that they're okay, and they don't have too much of a fear of the ocean. We've just got to make sure we're careful out there.
Spoken with the true humility and matter-of-factness of a true hero.
Got to search for the hero inside yourself. Search for the secrets you hide.
He didn't have to look very hard to find that hero.
I tell you.
Yes!
A bit of Bowie.
Just for one day. It was yesterday for Patrick Dangerfield. That was his hero day.
What? His what day?
Hero day.
Bit of Kroger.
That's my favourite so far.
Oh, my God.
That's fantastic. Dino, we might save a couple because we're going to go to the phones.
What, there's more?
This is huge. I've got more.
I can't believe it.
More up my sleeve. When were you a hero? We've all been a hero at some point.
We sure have.
It could have been if you had to make a run down to grab some toilet paper for your family.
Yes.
A last-minute run.
But make it better than that for crying
I'll
out
make
loud.
it better.
I've got
We'll
a
accept all
crackerjack.
takers.
I've got a crackerjack Major Gary John Swan story. You can imagine how heroic he was as a father, and still is, really.
13 24 10. When were you a...
And then a hero comes along.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Patrick Dangerfield saved someone yesterday. Amazing scenes because the helicopter flew in overhead and you see Danger out there with his surfboard. He's got this young 11-year-old girl saving her, waiting for the lifesavers to arrive and winch her off to safety.
Yeah.
Fantastic to see. What about in the Twitter? I looked up the Channel 9 account and Twitter, Dave had kissed my aunt 72. Right. Wankers defend other wankers. Kane Corn's defending Dangerfield on Channel 9 now. Like, come on.
Mate.
Take it
How
easy.
can you take it easy?
He's a
Kiss my
goddamn
aunt.
hero.
And then a
Hero come la la.
Do you want my hero story?
Yes, Swanee.
I mean, look, there's Major Gary John Swan who actually caught a bank robber.
Shot him.
No, just chased them down Fitzroy Street in St Kilda and grabbed him and got the money back. However, my hero story.
Yeah.
In the drive-through, the Happy Meal comes in. Peg's Happy Meal. This is a few years ago, before she learnt to manage her emotions. And she ordered the junior burger one. No, she ordered the cheeseburger Happy
one,
Meal.
yep.
And when she opened up her box, it was a junior burger.
Oh, God damn it.
And there was no way to get back to the drive-through
Too
without
hard.
huge. It was that one in Burwood, you know, when you've got to turn left and then that's
Yeah,
it.
you're gone.
No, I said, I'm going to fix this for you. And I took 7,000 turns and I went back to the drive-through and I said, we're going to need a cheeseburger.
Hero alert.
Yes!
Troy.
What a hero.
Troy,
I
what do you got
saved
for
that
us?
day.
Morning, Troy.
Troy, can you outdo my
I
cheeseburger
don't
story?
think you can.
Oh, maybe just a little bit. It was a real stormy day in Melbourne, as we get, and we saw a truck spin off the road down an embankment. Me and my mate swang into action with a winch off the forward drive and had to winch him before it tipped over and got him out.
Troy,
Hero inside yourself.
what do you think,
Troy.
guys? Is that more heroic than
Yeah,
fixing the
I
Macca's
don't know.
order?
It's a draw.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of Superman with Troy Boy, but well done, Troy. Fantastic. Daniel, when were you a hero, brother?
Yeah, g'day, Brownie. So I was just going doing a bit of shopping at Coles and going through the self-checkout thing where you scan the items yourself and pay for it and stuff. And as I was walking out, I noticed a fellow going through the pay with 8 items or less with the shop attendant, and he's paid for something small, and as he's opened the till, he's reached over and grabbed a handful of $50 notes and gone and run out.
Wow.
A robber.
I was only about 5 or 6 metres ahead of him, and I just put my shopping down and I grabbed him and twisted his arm up his back and called out to the staff and told him to call 000.
Boom.
Daniel, are you a hero? Yes.
Say it.
Yes, you are. Yeah, are you a hero, Daniel?
Say it.
Doing my duty as a good Samaritan.
Just say yes,
Say the
Daniel.
H word.
Say yes.
Say it.
Yes, yes, I am.
Yes, Daniel. Yes, you goddamn well are.
Grant, what do you got for us? Your
Don't
turn.
go for you.
Oh, g'day, guys. How's going?
Good, mate.
I was away for a pool competition in Berwick. There was a heap of us, and old mate sitting next to me got his steak, started choking, changing colour, purple, blue, all that sort of thing. Everyone's freaking out. The girls are crying. I thought, well, someone's going to do something or old mate's going to die.
Did you go for the Heimlich manoeuvre?
I did indeed, mate. I picked him up out of his chair, got around the back of him and given him the squeeze, and out it came, mate. And
Oh.
right across the restaurant.
How did you feel?
How did you feel? Did you feel like a hero?
Nah, you just do what you got to do, don't you?
Yeah, you do, but like if there was a word to explain it, would it start with an H?
Yeah, maybe, but look, you know, you just...
No, Grant, just say yes, I'm a hero.
All right then, Chrissie, I'm a hero.
I'm a hero to the end of the night. Yes.
Is that Bonnie Tyler?
It sure is.
Oh, Grant, you've been compared. You've had a major story where we played Bonnie Tyler over the top of you saving a man who was halfway through a sirloin. Good on you, Grant. 50K
Grant.
draw, you are in.
Twice he's
What a
in.
hero.
Twice.
Now,
Twice.
we've heard a lot
Twice
of
is hero.
heard from a lot of H words. Now let's go to the final one, and surely, Caitlin, you can't top any of the others.
I absolutely can. Hi, guys.
Hi, Caitlin.
I went to Darwin for a wedding, and we all had a pretty big night.
As you do.
The next, it was amazing. The next morning, I was the only one respectable enough to leave the compound where we were staying and went and got Gatorades and hash browns for everyone, put them at their doors so everyone could stay in bed, have their Gatorade and their hash brown and get on with their day.
Caitlin, think of a word that describes you starting with H and ending with O.
I'm a hero.
Yes, Caitlin. That's the most heroic story we've had. Hash browns.
It's one on top of it. A couple of young blokes saved the truck driver from tipping over going down the embankment. Another fella saved a bloke from choking on a sirloin steak.
Yeah.
Caitlin's gone and bought a couple of Gatorades.
And hash browns, don't forget.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Chrissy's walking miracles. Where did she walk to?
Where did she walk to? Yesterday was a good walking day because it was my first day back seeing my psychologist.
Oh, yes.
You know, everyone's got to have a holiday. It's very annoying when you rely on somebody.
Yeah, that's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
You forget about that.
That's right.
Medical
So
professionals.
I reckon I saw him maybe November, December, you know,
Yes.
before holidays. And then yesterday was my first day back. I was so excited.
Yep.
So I left work and
Is it like The Godfather? Oh, not The Godfather, The Sopranos. Is that sort of
Actually, a little
therapy session?
yeah, a little bit. It's really good.
You sit on is it like a seat or a couch?
Couch.
Oh, that's nice.
Bit of Sopranos about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Swanee
It's a
just
couch.
did-
Have you never seen a psychologist? I'm not judging you because I'm only new to it. I've only been seeing him for just over a year.
Well, no, we had a sports psychologist at the Lions. He was virtually full time.
Right.
But yeah, you didn't go and sit in a couch or anything like that. Otherwise, I would have gone to see him more.
I tell you what.
You sit in an old dumpy chair in the bowels of the Gabba.
There is something in it. And I think you can still get 10 free sessions from the government.
Yeah, you tell your GP.
You tell your GP, you get a mental health plan, and then you got
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's very good.
That's for me.
I really recommend it. And, I'm an old lady, and I really should have been doing it earlier. Yeah. But anyway, loved it. Walked there, which I like to do. It's a fair distance, not too far, but long enough that I prepare myself. And then the great joy is that I have the session, and then I walk home. So I've got sort of an hour to process what just happened when I'm walking. But a miracle occurred.
Yes.
So I always walk to my therapist. I must have done that, 20 times that route.
Yes.
Right? And so I sort of know, I know all the houses and what I like to look at and things I have to check out. I was walking past one house and it's got this big vine out the front and it's in full bloom, full of grapes.
Oh, nice.
Big bunches of grapes. This is on Burke Road.
Because it's been a bad season, Swanee. We didn't have any heat.
Not on that house.
We had no heat in spring. So, all the vines out, Mornington Peninsula way, Yarra Valley, they're all down on production.
Well, they should come and have a look at what's going on in this very ordinary residential home.
You steal them?
Well, I took a photo of them because I take photos of my treasures, and I thought, I'm going to eat one.
Absolutely. Yes.
And I did, and it was incredible.
Seedless?
No, it had a big seed. It had a lot of seeds.
Was it a smaller grape or bigger grape?
Smaller grape.
Like a wine grape?
Yes, it was a smaller grape, green, with a like a burgundy tinge, but not fully.
Nice.
And they were perfectly firm and ripe.
Oh, mama.
And I ate one. Thank you, nature.
Good on you.
What a miracle. In the middle of the centre of the universe, a vine with grapes for me to have a little snack on.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
My name is Osher Ginsberg.
Melbourne.
This is Chrissie, Sam and Brownie Ideal.
Yeah. So like Idol, but not.
For copyright reasons.
Yes.
Okay, you're both playing for callers. Chrissie, meet Matthew in Cranbourne.
Hello, Matthew in Cranbourne.
Good morning, Chrissie. How are you?
Oh, you sound like you've already got the winning eight, Matthew.
yes.
I'm going to bring it home for you, my love.
Well, you've got the pipes to do it, and you've got the knowledge.
Thank you.
A bit overconfident for mine, Matthew.
Well, no, you suck eggs, Brownie.
Whoa! Oh, but they're fighting. Them's fighting words. Haley from Healesville, Brownie's playing for you. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think Brownie's got this.
Good on you, House.
All right, one of you is going to see Amy Shark in concert. A double pass, Ron Laver Arena, March 4. Tickets at amyshark.com, but you're both in there. Got two
What are the rules,
tickets.
Dino?
The robot is going to spit out a word.
Yeah.
You then say your buzzer. Swanee.
Chrissy.
Jonathan.
Juggernaut.
Whoa.
Oh, that was Juggernaut.
Straight away, guys, you can't dick around.
Yeah.
Start singing a song with the word the robot spits out.
That's for you, Jonathan.
Yeah, you can't
cheat.
just... Cheater.
Oh.
What? Don't act surprised.
How am I a cheater?
I'll tell you.
How can you
I'll
cheat?
tell you, this is how it
How
goes.
can you cheat this game?
Give me a word. Dino.
Christmas.
Juggernaut. I don't want a lot for Christmas.
You can't do that.
I'll be straight into it.
Oh, will you? Will
Hey,
you?
you know what?
Yeah?
The world's against me. Hey?
Round one.
I've been down many times.
Round one.
The world is against you. My ass. April.
Juggernaut!
Whoa.
Oh.
April, take me down to the damn to sun in Cuba. Wow. Oh, I was out of whack, but I know what it was. Take me down to the April sun in Cuba.
Was he out?
Whoa. I was waiting for the music. Dino was late in the music, but did I get it right or not?
Jesus, man.
Thank you very much. 1-0, a Juggernaut. Thank you very much, Hales.
Oh, I enjoyed that so much.
Haley, that was... I feel like Dipper's been in here. That was...
Oh, my
That was full on.
God. What you lacked in
apologise.
lyric knowledge, you made up in physical enthusiasm.
Right.
Apologise to the listener.
Round two.
Lose.
Chrissie,
Whoa.
lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you never let it go. You only get one shot. Yes.
This is unbelievable last week.
Bro,
Live.
at the Super Bowl, you're amazing.
It's crazy because I got these songs ready based on what I think you guys will go with.
And you're right every time. Yeah. We've been working together too long.
Here we go.
Bad.
Chrissie.
I'm bad. You know it.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, supporting.
Did you have that?
No, I had Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran.
Like we don't play enough Ed Sheeran here.
No, we don't. No. All right, 2-1.
See what, I can't wait for Joker and the Queen just to really get us that Tuesday feeling.
Feeling nervous.
Here we go.
Starting to feel anxious.
Easy.
Chuck it on.
Chrissie again.
What?
Wow, I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Oh, mate, you're a sellout. You always bang on about Adele.
Maddie!
Where was Easy? Easy.
Oh, yeah. Take it easy. Easy on me, baby.
Matt, you've won. You're going to see...
Matt, you've won. You're going to see Amy Shark live. Music is back.
Confidence in you, Chrissie. I know you can do it. And Brownie, I still love you, mate.
Good on you, Matty. I love you too.
Oh,
I'm going to drive out to Cranbourne and make love to you
that's
on your
so
front
nice.
lawn.
Oh, that's so nice.
And then I'm going to give you a big slap on the arm.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The
Good
podcast.
morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Tuesday. Hey, I asked Mount to put something on the wall.
Oh, yeah?
What are you doing? Checking on it now?
Yeah, I'm checking on it now. We'll just do it.
Oh.
Our listeners know that we're loose.
What? Give me some clues.
It's a De La Soul grab.
All right, here we go. Jack.
D&C, I mean.
Talk into my ear, Jack. Here we go.
2-2-2-2-2-2-2. Oh, yeah, I like it.
2-2-2-2-2-2-2.
There's too many twos.
2-2-2-2-2-2-2.
I got an answer machine. It'll talk to you. That's the day today, 22nd of February, 222-2022.
Apparently it's a big breakup day.
Yeah, apparently it's a very sad day for couples and singles.
It's 2-2-2-2-2-2.
Yeah.
What's that based on?
Because it's far enough away from Valentine's Day that if you had a disastrous one, you've either decided to leave your partner or you've decided to be single forever.
Right on. Hey, how you going, Paggy?
Mate, you will get home and your clothes will be on the front lawn for sure.
Got an announcement for them.
Uh-oh.
Hey. I did not know that. But it makes sense, doesn't it?
It does.
What was Valentine's Day 13?
At 14.
14?
Yeah, so last
8 days
Monday. Monday, I think, Tuesday. I don't know. Who cares?
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
How about some tropical stuff?
I want to give everyone a sense of the day. Did you?
I can tell by the sincerity in your voice that really is what you want to do. You're compelled to it. I want to give people a sense of the day.
Jack, tell everyone why tropical stuff is more frequent than usual.
Why do we need to do this dance every time before we do
Just
it?
dance, boy.
Because
Dance. You used to dance. You used to be in a dance.
I would rather do a dance for you than have to do an explanation on air.
All right. Management would like me to be a bit more topical, give a sense of the day. But that's fine. You know why? Because this is good stuff.
I love that too, Dino. Was that Just Dance?
Just Dance.
Is that a reference to Young Guns?
Yeah, no, it was actually Lady Gaga. But
yeah. Remember Young Guns?
Oh, yes.
Just Dance when you start shooting.
It's a reference to Coyote Ugly. One of the greats. One of the greats. So Australia's most wanted fugitive has been arrested after 12 years on the run.
Yes, Graham Potter.
Now, I was talking to Jack about this too. I think we're right here. How do we? If he's Australia's most wanted fugitive, how do we not know who he was?
I've
never heard his name in my
Mate,
life.
He was big in the papers 2 or 3 years ago.
Was
Absolutely.
he? Really?
Yes, absolutely.
I thought the most
they thought they had him and he snuck out over the Murray.
We disappeared in 2010.
Yeah, I know, but they thought they were onto him around the Murray about 2 or 3 years ago.
Ashley, have you uttered this man's name before
In the
today?
last 5 years.
Absolutely. I've said his name. Brownie's on the money.
Back me up.
Because
Thank you very
he
much.
emerges, people report sightings, and then he'd disappear again.
He's not in my top 5 favourite fugitives. My favourite fugitive is that Peter guy who they current affair always stalk on the beach.
No way, Sam Kimball.
No, not fictional ones.
Oh, sorry.
Real ones. What's that guy's name?
Dr. Richard Kimball.
Where have we got Sam from?
Ash.
Richard
Do you know the one?
He's a
Peter
good old
Foster.
man.
Peter Foster's he's my number one favourite fugitive.
Well, listen, Graham Potter has been arrested, right? He's 64 years old. He was arrested yesterday in a house in far north Queensland, roughly 40 kilometres southwest of Cairns. The windows were obscured and kittens were found locked in cages in the house.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God, this sounds like Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, mate.
Sounds like Ash Gardner's place.
I'm going to say, just disappointed. Disappointed. I know.
Sorry,
I can't believe
Mine's a little less squalor.
Also,
like,
Ash,
you
know?
sorry to derail this segment, but what's happening to all your cats now that you've got a boyfriend?
Well, yeah, I mean, 13 is a lot of cats to offload, so they'll probably look for a new home, I guess.
If this guy Graham Potter was found with kittens locked in cages, I can't believe that previously Ash Gardner hasn't matched with him on one of those dating apps, by the way. So anyway,
it's a match.
He's living in squalor. Yeah, I'm just disappointed. Mate, my initial thoughts were, one is I've never heard of this guy, like Jack said, and the second was I was a bit disappointed. I thought that a life of crime should be more glamorous. I mean, you should be rewarded for more of this stuff. You know what I mean, how'd it go? Good on him.
Living with kittens in cages on your own out of Cairns is not a glamorous ending, is it?
He allegedly evaded capture, Swanee, for more than a decade by changing his appearance and identity, including wearing fat suits and wigs.
Wow.
Jesus. For all we know, we might have been filling in for Brownie last week. But anyway, he's found and we can all rest safely, all right?
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly.
What a story. I imagine it would be a very uneasy life to be on the run.
Yeah.
Well, he's been
fun, though.
Would it? Doesn't sound like much fun.
I reckon I'd go right as a fugitive. I reckon I'd charm my way into different places to stay. And I'd keep moving.
Smart.
Yeah.
Would you do what they all do, which is buy some peroxide and use the servo toilet to dye your hair?
Yes.
Why do they do that? Every fugitive known to man does that, dyes their hair. Yeah. Even, I think, Aileen Wuornos, the great serial killer, did that.
Did she?
In a toilet, yeah.
Well, Dr. Richard Kimball did it.
Yeah,
he absolutely did it.
And he shaved off his beard.
Yeah, well, you could grow your goatee out for a little bit.
Unrecognisable. Hey, you mentioned Patrick Dangerfield. Earlier. If in case you're not up to date, he's heroically helped rescue 2 women and an 11-year-old girl trapped in the surf down there at Moggs Creek. Yeah. Was it Fairhaven Beach? On Sunday, and then he saw a group of 2 women and one of their daughters struggling in the surf. He's grabbed a surfboard and fought powerful waves as he paddled out around 400 metres.
It's a long way.
To save Julia Sabkova and her daughter and a friend. Should point out he did make contact. So he grabbed them out of the water, but he did make contact with the head, and that will be addressed. It's going straight to the tribunal, by the way. You can't do
weeks for that.
He's been charged with rough conduct. Anyway, so he also wanted to point out that later on, Swanee, he did stop by the house with a chocolate egg and a new paddleboard for them. Isn't that nice?
Oh, I didn't know about
Brownie,
that.
if you'd done that, what would you have given them? What would you have brought around for them?
Probably a pie warmer and some pies. Just give away some pies.
That's a great gift.
They love that. That's a good gift.
That's a great gift.
I'd bring the crew then.
Copy of Life and Football, maybe? Just hand out 3 of them.
We've got a few extras. Those that are coming up in our next break.
Great.
Here's one for you, Brownie. The AFL has vowed to play on throughout the 2022 season through the potential, of course, COVID disruptions. Whatever happens, they're playing on.
No choice now.
Teams will lose players, but they're playing on.
Absolutely. They'll lose players, and every team's going to be affected at different parts of the season.
Yep.
Hopefully by final series, we're all past it all, and you'll just move on. I'll just quickly, there was a story last year, of course, when the NFL, the American National Football League, which played in America, the Super Bowl and all that, where they decided just to plough on, and the New Orleans Saints lost all their quarterbacks. And they tried to register one of their coaches to play quarterback for that weekend's games.
Really?
Yeah. And it was knocked on the head by the league, so they just had to get one of the other blokes to have a crack at throwing the footy. Obviously, they lost the game.
Obviously, they did.
The big news, though, is that Patrick Dangerfield is a hero.
What a hero.
What, sorry?
He's a hero, absolutely.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I love that.
Jukebox of Heroes.
I need a Heroes from a. It's from a television show, and I don't know. I can't remember which one, and it hurts me.
I see Ralph Macchio in my mind.
Oh, could it be Karate Kid?
No. We'll find that out.
Right. Scott Baio, maybe.
I like the tropical stuff, though. We've ended with a Ralph Macchio.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Welcome to the studio.
Yo.
Jack.
God, I love it when you're in the studio.
You haven't come in to just talk more tropical news, have you?
No, we're not here to do the dance.
Are you still a full-time vibe?
I am still a full-time vibe.
Good, just checking.
I received a call 2 weeks ago from Brownie's manager, Sal.
Whoa.
And
sorry, I thought your manager was Craig Kelly. Do you have more than one manager?
Well, she's like the insurance policy. You know, so sort of.
Craig's palmed him off.
Craig's sort of, yeah. Yeah, I'm a second flight operator now. He only deals with the top deckers.
What did Sal have to say?
Well, I missed the call and then I panicked and I thought something was wrong with JB because it's weird for Sal to call me.
Yeah.
So I thought it must have been something serious for her to call me. Anyway, she's like, mate, I just want to float something with you. We have an excess stock of Jonathan Brown, Life and Football.
Oh,
yes. The book.
The books.
Yes.
Hold on, when you say an excess, what sort of numbers we're talking?
Just under 1,000.
Yes. What? Did they buy them to pump up the numbers? Maybe.
Yes.
Well, I
Probably.
said we'd happily take them on to give away as prizing.
Funny how Sal didn't tell me about this.
1,000.
He's obviously trying to keep the ego.
Jeez, 1,000's a lot.
Oh, so what? Sal just wants to get him out of the business's building.
Well, I then found out that Sal had been contacted by the publisher of Jonathan Brown, Life and Football. So she forwarded me the email that she received from Andrea at Penguin. So I thought, Brownie...
This is a stitch up.
No.
I'll let you read out the email on air. I've already got... Just so you know, we've already got them on hand.
Oh, my God, there's a whole box of...
Can I have one?
How many boxes of them will you got?
I think it's about 50.
Mate, you look good on the cover.
50 boxes?
Oh, God, they're the reprint as well.
Yeah, they're the reprint.
I love it. It says Life and Football, big photo of you, Jonathan Brown. And then with Adam McNichol.
Yes. That's very important.
Should have said Adam McNichol.
Spent a lot of time with Adam.
Correct.
Anyway, the email...
Featuring a few conversations with Jonathan Brown.
The email that Sal received from the publisher sort of explains why we have so many. So, Brownie, I'll let you do the honours.
How did you know they were the reprint straight away, Swanee?
Because I paid good money for the hardcover, which looks very different.
Yeah, it does. It's more of an action shot, isn't it, Swanee?
Yeah.
I think it's better. The reprint, not as great.
Just to clarify, on the first edition,
yes,
it's a hardcover, obviously, but also you're in your Brisbane Lions gear,
yeah,
with your arms folded.
Yes.
This one here, I'm
an everyday man.
It looks like you've just completed 6 weeks of rehab.
You're in a sweater.
Yeah. I reckon something's happened to my eyes too. Do you reckon they did a bit of work on my eyes?
Yeah, I reckon.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, it is Photoshopped. Anyway, what is the letter
this
from the publisher?
This is from Andrea. It was the boss, lovely Andrea, boss of Penguin. And hi, Sally. Unfortunately, the popularity of Brownie's book has faded away. And due to this, we now have an excess of inventory for Jonathan Brown, Life and Football.
That is a brutal opener.
It's a futile exercise to continue to push this product on our sellers.
Oh, my God.
Geez, you come out strong, by the way.
Is this really from the publisher?
The use of the word futile is never a good thing.
I love it, to try and push it. Come on, please. Take 5.
Hey, so early on, Andrew's gone with the popularity has faded away.
Yes,
and it is futile to continue.
more like my last 2 years. Futile. Unfortunately, we've had to pull it from our shelves. At last check, the big fella's books had been consigned to the bargain bins at most retail stores, averaging roughly $2 a sale. And even this was hard to achieve, with several places noting that they had to mark down this product even further.
Is this true? This is so full on.
It's been a great run for Brownie's book, but I would rather... I'm in shock reading this. It's been a great run for Brownie's book, but I would rather give you the stock to work out what to do with it and save him the embarrassment.
What?
Jesus.
Especially after it was a raging... Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Especially... I'll repeat this line. Especially after it was a raging bestseller only 5 years ago.
Hey-oh!
So she acknowledged it was a raging bestseller.
5 years. That's a long time for you. Actually, now it's.
Well, then she brings it back down. The fans move on pretty quickly in this game. Anyway. Shit, that is brutal.
Yeah.
Andrea. Anyway, we have 1,000 units at our warehouse. If you could organise to be picked up at your earliest convenience, or we can send them off to our recycling plant.
Pulp!
Regards, Andrea from Penguin.
Oh, my God, it's glue. It's the glue factory.
No. What are we going to do?
So now,
I don't want to be. Well, they're not going to be consigned to the recycling plant.
no. Well, I didn't want to embarrass you, big dog. So last Friday,
I'll be having words. I've still got Andrea's number in my phone.
No, John.
Yeah, settle down. You're only
Text her
doing your
right now.
job, John. Settle down.
I spent half an hour carrying boxes up to the little tea room at the front of Nova here. Yes. 30 minutes on a
Oh, is that
Friday.
what all those boxes
So
are?
all those boxes are filled with life and football, Jonathan Brown. So any caller...
You have to go and pick them up.
I had to walk out to some chick's Hilux and carry them up. There was no Casanovas here to help.
Hey, there was a Hilux.
Brownie's suddenly very interested in a woman with a Hilux.
Jeez, look
I
out.
know.
Anyway, so the deal is any caller that now gets to air and wants a copy of this book, they just need to ask for it, and we will give them all away until they're all
Do you
gone.
think,
Do I have
Jackie,
to sign them?
Up to
Yeah,
you.
you should sign them.
You should sign them.
I love the fact that I would have loved the fact if the Casanovas had to actually go and pick up my books from being destroyed.
Do you think we should start this? You know, will we actually? Do you think that we'd be able to clear all that stock, or,
Yes.
or would you think it might be futile?
Siobhan! Siobhan, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
You want a copy of Brownie's book?
Yes, please.
Do you want 1,000 copies?
Nova.
Chrissie Swan, Sam Pang, and Jonathan Brown.
Chrissie's Celebrity Stuff.
SAS has been a real breakout hit for Channel 7,
I saw
hasn't it?
some of it last night, Swanee. It's good.
Were they on
first
fire,
episode.
running away from themselves?
I didn't see anything. I only watched the full Jeff Hugel got dragged into the interrogation room.
Yeah,
And
right.
it was quite an emotional scene. I didn't realise, I knew he'd had the issue with his ex-wife at the Randwick Racecourse, but apart from that, he's been through the ringer.
Have a listen.
I lost 45 kilos. I got back behind the blocks again. I won a couple of medals at the Commonwealth Games. But in 2014, I was arrested with my ex-wife at the races for cocaine possession. We got pulled aside. I was pulled aside by the police and I was searched, and basically in the blink of an eye, our life turned upside down.
That was a huge story at the time, wasn't it, Swanee?
It was a huge story, but I love people talking about when life is shit because it makes you feel better that when you have bad times too, like it's normal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he copped it worse than a normal person, though.
Yes, that's what happens. Absolutely. So, yeah, apparently it's going to be a great season. It's a good cast.
Good cast,
Something
absolutely.
Barry Hall's in it.
Something you
Yeah,
consider
Wayne
doing?
Carey, Barry Hall. No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Why not?
It's hard enough.
No,
with-
it's gotta be-
It's hard enough with you every day. I feel like I'm on my own SAS course.
It's got to be like there's got to be a redemption storyline.
Well, so after reading that email from the publisher at Penguin, I would have
That's
thought you were a bit fight, you know what I mean? That
We
could
should-
be addressed in the interrogation room at SAS.
We should do an SAS book style interrogation for you. What you would say?
I like the lead guy, Ant.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
good because he's got some empathy about him. I know he's hard, man.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
One man, many questions.
Why, when you blow out the candles, the air that comes out is cold, but if you pant, it is hot?
What's that smell you can smell before it rains? If you're opening a door but you see someone behind you, how far away do you have to wait so you keep it open for them?
Have all the answers.
I run on my face.
Ask Brownie.
He knows everything, or does he? Yes, Samuel?
I've got one. I've got a question.
No,
I'm
just
right
asking.
about this being an SAS course.
I'm just asking. Who do you find funnier, Dave O'Neill or Tony Martin?
Well, that's Bone Crusher, our Waverley star.
Well, one of them, Bone Crusher, won that race.
Bone Crusher won, that's right.
So there's
I
a
can't
winner.
work out which one's Bone Crusher.
That's a really hard question.
Tony's in the building right now. He's listening.
Depends which way you look at it and depends which day.
I like
Also,
to say
Tony-
one from a
You know,
comedic way.
Well, one day, Mr. Melways, you just go, well, or Dave's Diary.
Yeah.
You go, geez, how are you going to top that? And then, Tone comes in and starts reading my book, Jonathan Brown, Life and Football, which we've just spoken about, in the voice of Jason Statham.
Yeah, that's true. No, they're both great.
A tie? Are you calling a tie?
Yeah, I'm going to call it tie.
Dead heat.
Well,
Dead heat.
That's wise because Tony is in the building and he will bash you.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's so violent.
He's so violent and
Sammy-
like a trigger, hair trigger.
Those spaghetti arms.
Flip out. Sammy J.
Sammy J, who's apparently ringing from the ABC. No, you're from Tacoma. What have you got a question for Brownie, Sammy?
I do. I want to know why cyclists don't pay registration because they're on the road. Like, they're two abreast up my way.
Right, yeah, this is one for three.
Why don't they pay registration?
One for Neil Mitchell.
Well, obviously, Sammy, I've reached for obviously early. It encourages, more bikes on the road, which lessens traffic. But I believe the real reason would be that cyclists, the potential for cyclists to cause damage to motor vehicles or create serious accidents is very small. Arguably,
you need to be more strident if we're going to do this.
Arguably negligible. So therefore, the reason we pay Rego is to cover all the road accidents.
I thought it was also road damage.
Road damage, road accidents, all things roads.
Wow. You really...
yes.
Oh, yes, it's sexy voice Michelle.
Morning.
Are you hungover? You hungover, Michelle?
No, I wish so. I wish.
You sure you're not hungover?
Did I see you in Los Angeles, Michelle?
No. Wasn't me.
Right on. Okay.
What I'd like to know, why do some banks charge you for insufficient funds when they know there's not sufficient funds?
Well done.
Asking you that.
Bang, she nailed that.
I can think of an answer.
Sexy Michelle's nailed that.
And she's not even hungover or drunk. Actually, I didn't ask her. Are you still drunk?
No. Just one can. One can's my limit normally.
One can.
Sexy Michelle, I believe that would be because they're charging you to hold an account with the bank. And obviously, that takes administration time.
Does it?
By some young secretary, man or woman. Or them, or they, whoever you want to classify them as.
Genius. On the fly.
Unbelievable.
Man or woman.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yes, thank you very much, because time is money.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sexy Michelle.
What a surprise. You've come down on the side of big banks. Well done, Brad.
Did not answer the question.
Did he?
No.
What was the question?
Why do they charge you for insufficient funds when they know that there's no insufficient funds?
When there's no sufficient funds.
Yeah, when they know that there's no
Aren't
money.
they assuming at some stage we'll have sufficient funds?
Correct.
And then, therefore, when that happens, they'll be able to take out the fine.
Yeah.
That's right. And, yes, well answered. Well answered,
right.
big fella.
That's
Good
right.
pat on the back for you.
Your answer was to the question, why do we have to pay fees?
Yes. For the insufficient funds.
Is that how we're working it now? You're just going to give answers and people have got to come up with the questions?
Bianca!
Yeah, it's like Jeopardy.
Save us. What's your question?
I know you don't usually answer sport questions, Brownie, but I was just wondering who you have tipped to win the grand final this year.
Great question.
That's
a good question.
I'm going to go with St Kilda.
Yes. I'm a Kilda supporter, so that makes me happy.
You're kidding, aren't you?
One name, Jonathan. One team name.
No, I'll give you two teams.
Two.
Who's going to play in the grand final? I know you. Listen, I know we're stepping on you. This is usually what you do on the couch right at the end when you've run out of stuff to talk about. You start doing tips. But who do you think? Who do you think right now?
I think Melbourne.
A bold decision. Bold choice.
Sam.
The Western Bulldogs.
Oh, how we laughed.
A rematch for the ages.
Can you give us a smoky? Can you give us someone you think might be up there?
I think I'm going to go for... I wish Brisbane, but we don't have Eric Hipwood till halfway through the year.
West Coast.
Port Adelaide.
They finished third last year anyway, didn't they?
Yeah. So,
wow.
I'm really going for it out there.
There's a bit of value for money there.
Hey, Bianca, though, I guarantee you St Kilda won't be there on the last Saturday in September.
Waves.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I feel that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put a bet on it or anything stupid like that. I don't want to see myself butt naked in Burke Street. But, Bianca, book your holidays for September.
All right.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
I wonder if it's going to be lucky twos tonight as I hit the netball court again.
Come on.
Because I remember you played a game.
Yeah, we won.
When was that, though?
2 weeks ago.
What happened last week?
Last week, it wasn't until 9 o'clock, and that's too late for me.
That's good commitment.
Yeah.
That's good commitment.
Samuel, I can't be home at 10 o'clock on a netball high as well.
No, that's true. What time's the game tonight?
6:30. When that came through on Sunday, we get our fixtures on Sunday, and came through at 6:30. And look, I won't lie, I was hoping for another 9:30.
Yeah, no, that's...
I was hoping for that.
That was no surprise to anyone. Who
No.
are you playing? Do you know the team?
No, I don't know. I've got no idea.
The Firebirds?
Maybe.
Thunderbirds?
We're the Diamonds, but I've got my...
The Dancers?
got my gloves.
What time? What's your team's name again?
Diamonds.
You're named after the national team.
Very cheeky.
Hey, for starters, I reckon with gloves, normally the symbol is on the outer part of the hand. Or is that Gilbert, where it says Gilbert, is that grippy Gilbert? Do you reckon the grip's on the right side?
Oh, yeah, I've got them on the wrong way.
Did you play your first? Yeah, they're definitely on the wrong way. Did you?
They're definitely on the wrong way.
Did you play the first game in gloves?
Yeah.
And they're on the wrong hands.
Yeah. Yes. I can definitely say for sure that occurred.
No wonder you're a defender.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I'm back on the court tonight. What do you think? We're 2 for 2.
Okay.
These are grading games
All
as well.
because of you.
So
Oh, they're grading games.
How many grading games are there?
yeah, I think there's 3.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
So do you
this is
even
a lot of
know, like, what
Well-
standard of team you've been playing in the two previously?
Well, this is the hard part because we're going very well. So we'll probably end up with people that play much better than us. So we've got to enjoy winning while we're winning.
You know what you should do.
It's not going to last.
Yeah, this wouldn't.
Here if you need.
This would. This wouldn't be foreign to you though. But your grading games are ones where you should probably just take a little bit of a dive.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Maybe just run dead.
Absolutely.
Oh,
and
no,
I think
I'd say to him, much like the guy in Karate Kid.
Oh, here we
The-
go.
the
Wait,
head
we're
of-
getting some proper.
Well, the head of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Oh, the baddie.
The baddie. Go, what's his name again? I can't remember. You know, he go, no mercy.
No mercy.
No mercy. I want you to think of him. I want you to think of the sensei of the Cobra Kai gym, thinking no mercy. You just grind him into the ground, Christine Swan.
Yes.
When you win by 20.
Do you
20
see yourself
plus.
being a goalkeeper or for the whole, season?
Oh, she goes out to
Or
goal
you move-
defence as
I
well.
just don't look. I've only been goalkeeper once, but
Yeah.
got an announcement.
What?
I've been practicing shooting hoops.
Whoa.
I think I might be going for shooter.
Does your teammates know that? Does the captain know that?
No.
Just found out then?
Yep.
Hey,
I've secretly been working on my skills.
Hey, Swanee, trust me, the forwards get the turnstiles clicking. Yeah. That's why you get paid a bit
Exactly.
more. Match payments will go up.
They say about defenders, they're just failed forwards.
Failed forwards.
There you go.
There you go. Failed forwards.
I knew there was something on that goal shooter bib that I needed to get into.
How are you going to go?
Dollar
Because
signs.
the first game you played,
Yeah.
it sounds as though the opposition were, how would I say this, a delight. You had a couple
Yeah.
of them. You had one of them on air. They're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
friendly. They're shaking
Can you
hands.
believe narrowly my opponent had
Narrowly.
me and Dave O'Neill in the same week? She was in the Baker's Delight Zoom meeting.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
What a
week.
wow.
Amazing.
Should tell all the friends. Imagine the stories around that other Christmas
No
day.
need for a lottery ticket for
No.
narrowly there.
No.
But what are you ready for if you come across some opponents that maybe have a bit more of an edge to them?
I mean,
that
look,
maybe not as friendly.
The
Maybe-
simple answer is no, I'm not. And I'm terrified
what
of
may
that
happen,
moment.
Brownie?
Yes, of course it
Absolutely.
will.
But I like the fact that you started shooting, you're versatile. You're like a utility.
Thank you.
The way you're going at the moment, the amount of walking you're doing, you'll be in the pivot before you know it. You'll be the
Correct.
centre.
Correct. Oh, yep.
What if there's an act of aggression against you?
Yeah.
Legitimate
What
aggression.
What happens if someone? So you're a goalkeeper. What are you, goalkeeper?
Yeah.
What if one of the goal shooters or the goal attack
I'll be really
pushes
disappointed.
over your fellow defender? What are you gonna do?
I'll be really upset and I'll I would be very hurt that somebody would do that.
And you'll avenge her with your elbow?
No, I'll probably never go back again.
Just Josh Cara.
Anyway, I'll fill you in tomorrow morning. Think of me at 6:30 tonight.
Good luck.
All the best,
Diamond.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie with Tony Martin.
Thank you. I'm here to help. I know you've got problems on this show. What was the hero business you were just
All right, so
on
this
about?
song, because
Okay.
of course Patrick Dangerfield saved 3 people's lives yesterday.
Yeah.
He's a hero.
Yeah.
He's a hero, Gino.
Right.
That song was in a television series.
Was it,
must
though?
have been in the 70s or 80s. In the 80s.
I
And
think
me and my brother used to watch it.
You're confusing it with the greatest American hero.
No.
No.
Where the theme song was Believe It or Not.
I'm walking on air.
And sung by Dino. Very few people realise that.
Swanee, you've got the answer though, haven't you?
It is Cover Up. It was also that was a TV show, Cover Up. It's also in Scarecrow, Mrs. King, and the film Footloose.
Wow.
Yeah, that's that song. So do you know that song?
I do know that. It's Bonnie Tyler.
It's
Is
one
it
of the
not?
greats.
Is it
May
Bonnie
I
Tyler?
offer you? Yeah, may I offer you a tidbit?
Tidbit time.
I've met Bonnie Tyler, and it was an amazing time. And I knew she was coming on, and I thought I would die happy probably if I could sing
Total Eclipse of the
Total
Heart.
Eclipse of the Heart into a fan with Bonnie Tyler. So I brought a fan in from home and I set it up, and Bonnie Tyler and I sang into the fan with our hair blowing back.
Wow, was that filmed?
Yeah, it was.
Were you so off tune that Bonnie Tyler started moving the fan towards your face?
Yeah, she took the protective wire off.
She thought I was
Great.
insane.
Insane?
And she's probably right. Tidbit over.
Tone, how's your week been?
It's been good. What else have I got to mention? Oh, well, here's what I did on Friday night. I went to dinner. A bunch of people went to dinner, and amongst those at the dinner was Peter Hitchener.
Oh, the king.
Famous for appearing on this show in various changes of gear. Have you got one of those?
Oh, you want a change of pace?
Have you got a change of pace?
Well, hey, does Pete does he have a drink? Or does he have a glass of red or a...
He was playing it fairly safe because, you know, he's in public.
Flaming Lamborghinis.
He doesn't want to end up, sort of Andrew O'Keefe in the gutter out the front. Nobody wants to see that.
No.
Tone, this is the most famous change of pace.
Here we go.
We love this
Champ
the
that
most.
PGA champ that might have some explaining to do on the home front after shunning a good luck kiss. Look, it's not a great feeling, but that's coming up a little later in sport, Pete.
Very funny, thank you, Tony. Human remains found under an Altona.
But he's
never
great.
be beaten.
It's fantastic to have dinner with Peter Hitchener. He does keep throwing to the weather at the end, though. That's true. And whenever I would speak, he'd go, "Now here's Tony with sport." I'm going, "No, I don't know anything about sport."
Tony, was he the king yet, or was this pre-announcement?
He was the king. He'd just been announced as King of Moomba, and
Was he gnawing on a leg of lamb?
he wasn't. I asked him if it was true that he'd already had Mal Walden beheaded, but he refused to comment. Refused to comment.
Pete Mitchell would want to watch his back. Mate.
And he was talking to him about how the problem with the Channel 9 news is it's so slick, you don't get the great cock-ups that you would get in the old days of the news where they throw to the wrong bit of footage.
Yeah.
And I said, look, the only thing you've really had that people remember is when they went to that camera on the roof of the building and there was a giant bird.
Yes. I
And
remember
it
that.
looked like it was attacking
I do remember
Peter.
that.
And just involuntarily he went, oh, that bird. It was like, it's his mortal enemy.
How often would that get brought up to him, though?
What a legacy, Tone.
About 8 times during that particular
That's
dinner.
good.
I'll give that
So
bird.
Was he good company? You can be honest. Was he all right or not?
He's great. Mentioning Bird, I said, what are your duties for the King of Moomba? I said, surely you're taking part in the Birdman rally. And obviously that bird. But,
Yes.
but he's not. He has no official duties. So I'm
No.
not jumping off a jetty. But
No, that's an optional extra, but I think he might enlist his son to do that.
Yeah,
Dino.
do you know I'm the Prince of Moomba, Tone?
Wow. So what do you have to
close
do?
relationship, right? It's a father-son
I hope the
relationship.
King's not going to have to bail you out with $12 million because of a scandal.
Well, Jackie, I think I might be getting I think I could be getting a crown.
I think, the PR company has reached out and wants to drop something off to you.
Wow.
That's a crown.
Hey, do you reckon there's a chance
It's a
you
subpoena.
would represent your father by participating in the Birdman Rally?
I don't want, I might get water-based diseases getting into the Yarra.
Come on, how long, mate? How long since we've done it?
It's true.
How long since you've done a radio stunt?
Yeah, you need it. A little
Come
bit
on, mate.
Good point. All right,
Yeah.
I will do Birdman Rally if the opportunity presents itself.
Whoa.
And don't forget, there is a very sort of wide bar for the Birdman Rally. Sometimes you get someone who's built an actual kind of craft.
Yeah.
Yes.
That almost has an engine and possibly a black box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In it that goes for, several meters. And then I love it when there's just a guy in some black jeans and nothing else with just a couple of cereal boxes on the arm.
Me too. They're my favourite.
Just plunges straight down.
Yes.
Jackie Brown will build you one.
All right, I trust your son's instincts. All right. Tone, back in a second.
All right.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Listen to Sizzletown. It's the best podcast that lives in the land of podcasts.
Tony, were you listening on the way in about the debacle with 1,000 extra books of brownies that we've got to get rid of?
That's right. And you've read out a letter that was sent from the publishers. Now, I have to say, everyone who writes a book eventually gets this letter because the fact is, Brownie, at some point, they're going to have printed too many. They're never going to print the precise amount. I had a book that had 6 printings. And it was one too many.
Yes. Which one was it? Was it Lolly Scramble?
It was
or
Lolly
Nest
Scramble.
of Occasional?
And then it was Lolly Scramble. And then you just get, for the next 5 years, you just get friends sending you a photo they've taken on their phone of, I was in Cairns and look, here's your book for 49 cents at the airport.
That's not what you want, is
I
it?
received a few of those. But it's a good feeling, though, when you do get the call saying there's been a reprint. Well, that must be going okay.
That's right.
The problem with the letter that you received from your publisher, who I'm sure is a very nice person, it wasn't addressed to you. And I feel like it had language in it that she wouldn't have used had she known that you were reading it.
You mean like... Well, Jackie's been very mischievous by passing on an email that wasn't meant for my eyes.
Which bits stand out to you, Tone?
I like, it is a futile exercise to continue to push this product.
I agree. That's
a great
And there's another bad one. There's another bad one after that.
There's another one where, she says... She does acknowledge that it was a raging bestseller only 5 years ago. The fans move on pretty quickly.
Oh my God! I think you've got to turn this into gold. I think just an ad for the book with quote futile exercise.
Yes,
on the front there.
Could be another chapter.
Now, but I heard you mention the ghostwriter. So it says down the bottom,
Adam McNichol,
Jonathan Brown, and in much smaller letters with
Ghost
Adam
is.
McNichol.
I would say co-writer.
Yeah,
co-writer.
Ghost and co are not essential.
I would
here.
say he did all the heavy lifting.
Yes,
but Adam McNichol, I know Adam.
He's
McNichol.
a very good editor,
very good journo and writer. And
well, here's a story I've got for you involving Eddie Maguire, who I used to work with 30 years ago on Eon FM. He was just the sports reporter. Eon FM. He was the sports reporter on the news. He wasn't Eddie Maguire in capital letters. He was just this knockabout bloke who everyone liked, who read the sports.
Seb Costello.
Exactly. And he had a sort of a similar relationship that Brownie and I have, which is he would just constantly look at me like I was an alien because he couldn't understand why I didn't have a footy team, why I wasn't into the footy.
Yeah.
It just did not compute with Eddie.
Sure.
So one day he gives me this book. And it's a book he's written about a player who died in tragic circumstances called Darren Mullane.
Yes, Pants.
Yeah, Pants. And the name of the book was Pants, the Darren Mullane story. And it said by Eddie Maguire, and then in smaller letters, and somebody else. And I open it up, and there's this beautiful inscription. And it just says, Dear Tony, I hope you like this book. I hope this is the book that will finally get you into football. Oh. I spent so much time and blood and sweat and tears writing this book.
Yeah.
And I hope this is the one that'll finally make you interested in
Everyone's
AFL.
wish, yeah.
So he's
that's
given me this
from
book.
Eddie, and that's from Eddie Maguire.
From Eddie Maguire.
Wow.
So I've put that book on my shelf at home, and it's up there for 10 years, and I've never got round to reading it. And then cut to 10 years later, and I'm walking through the Channel 9 car park, haven't seen Eddie for 10 years, and then I just hear his voice. It just goes, Tony! And I look over, and he's sitting in a car, and by this time, he's like...
Huge.
Eddie Maguire Incorporated.
Yeah. Mr. Everywhere, I believe his nickname was.
And he's sitting in a car that's like a submarine on wheels. and he's operating about 7 devices from the front of the car. He's got headphones on, he's got a computer, he's got a phone and an iPad.
He's the
talking
Wizard
to
of
about
Oz, yeah.
7 different people at once. He goes, come over here. And I'm walking towards Eddie Maguire. I'm going, what am I going to say? I can't think of anything to say to Eddie Maguire. And I get up to him and he goes, how are you? And I go, great, Eddie. Hey, I'm finally going to get round to reading that book, Pants, the Darren Mullane story. And this is what he says. He goes, yeah, well, when you do, tell me what it's like. I didn't even proofread that one. And speeds off in his car. Out of the car park.
So it sounds like he has much to do with that book that you did with yours, Brownie.
Yes, exactly right. But at least, as I've said before, at least I wrote the forward of my book.
No, mate, I've read this book. You did. There's a lot of good stuff.
A lot of people. I sourced. Mum was very good with sourcing the pictures, and I'm pretty happy with it. The way it's come up. I'm not sure about the reprint though. The front copy. You know how they changed it. It was Action Shots tone.
Yeah.
Me in all my glory, and then they've gone for a reprint of a. Yeah, me and just everyday man.
Look at that one, Tone.
wow.
Look at that one, Tone. Is that terrifying?
That should
that's the man
really-
you've worked with for 6 years now, and that's what he used to do.
That should be in a seal section.
It should be.
Thanks, guys.
Sizzletown. You just got to get to it. It's in the App Store. Tone, we love you.
Thanks,
See you
Tone.
Thanks, guys.
See you,
Good to
Tony.
be here.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
Good morning, Melbourne. The date is 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. Because of the day.
Thrilled with finding that little grab.
It's a De La Soul. Get on the radio and you'll get 2 chances of 50K Fridays.
Earlier on, you highlighted that it was 222 and all that sort of stuff, and then if you wanted to get on the radio, you get a
two chances.
2 chances.
Yeah. I did enjoy the call. This was from the first hour. The first guy I thought was high energy.
Aaron, well done.
Yeah, awesome.
Sorry, Aaron. Well done, Aaron.
Yeah.
I hope he wins, and I hope he gives as much as that when he wins. But the second caller who just on for no reason to go into the draw, she
Helen, 2 chances, you crazy woman.
Are you there, Helen?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sam. Hi.
She's called us from the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
There you go.
She didn't know who she was talking to. Sam was the only one not in the studio at that point.
Hey,
Who cares?
at
2
least-
chances still.
At least I was involved in the 6 o'clock hour.
You were, baby. You were.
Hey, I've just got some random thoughts. If you've got time for it, Dino.
Yeah, great. Random thoughts. It's time for
Now it's time for Sam Pang's Random Thoughts.
Thank you very much. Hey, just a couple of quick things I wanted to pass off. Friend of someone came up to me in the street today and just said it's great to have Brownie back, but I'll miss Dave O'Neill. I said, yeah, well, he'll be back on a Friday, and they said, how do you know him? I said, I don't know how I met him. Maybe just in circles. But I was trying to think of things we have in common, other than a genuine love of chicken shops. When we go out, we go to a chicken shop. I forgot Dave O'Neill and I had the same agent for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got to be careful because he's still got her. But I used to.
So you weren't happy with where you were in the pecking order, so you jumped ship.
I think she was equally as unhappy.
Okay.
Yeah. I
It
remember,
was mutual.
very mutual.
All right.
Very
So
mutual.
during your 30s.
It was early. It was after 2 or 3 years when we both realised that, well, yeah.
It's not you, it's me.
It was a bit of that.
Yeah.
I remember the last time I called her, she said, how did you get this number? That's not a good sign.
Oh, that's not a good
Never a
sign.
good sign.
But, things end and new amazing things can begin.
Last week, though, for Tony Martin's segment, Swanee, you mentioned the 2 Ronnies, and I wanted to just... Have you got that,
what a
Tino?
great
I got the theme. I found it
show.
on YouTube.
Oh, my God.
I'd say a very I just, at the time when you played it, I
Yeah.
just thought, this is a very underrated theme.
I thought so too when they played it. Yes. Do you want me to fill up your Merlot from the cask, Gary?
Swanee, by the way, I'm trying to get a
That's
hold
it.
of
That
Dane Swan for the 2 Swannies, but he doesn't have Instagram, so I can't get a hold of him.
The 2 Swannies would be a great show.
Dane Swan doesn't have Instagram.
Surprisingly not.
Sure.
He must have got rid of it because Nazim kept on asking him when they were
Yes,
going
he
to
does.
catch up. I think he does have it. Yeah.
My bad.
I think Nazim
So
got...
you've not tried it all.
Not that hard, nah.
So you haven't searched Instagram for Dane Swan.
Nah, but I'll get him, don't you
Yeah,
worry.
you
I think
get it.
Nazim Hussain got rid of all his contacts because he was tired of you, Brownie, asking him how Dane Swan was.
It's so
it
true.
got really big. Kanye's big in the news has been in the news lately, Swanee.
A bit quieter in the last 48 hours.
I forgot to mention this at the time because these are just random thoughts of mine. But I remember I was at a Splendour in the Grass once up north.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you used to be a bong man.
And I saw Kanye. So I've seen Kanye.
At Splendour?
He was at Splendour in the Grass. And it was unbelievable, right? But I remember I just took off early and as I was going, he finished his last song.
Right.
But by that time, I was kind of side of stage and I saw Kanye finish his last song, say goodnight, walk straight off stage, and I reckon it would have been 3 steps before he was in the limo.
Oh, I like that.
Really?
Mate, it was unbelievable.
Did you jump in the other side?
No, I threw myself across and tried to, did my best. But mate, I thought that's cool.
Yeah, that is exactly how my mum would like to be treated. Like if we go out together, like if we go to the movies or whatever, she likes to be dropped right at the door.
Patty.
And then I have to walk to the car and bring it around the front, Kanye style.
It's hard to get a park at the front of the Rivoli.
You can actually do that. You can.
A couple of things I wanted to just ask you. How is this a news story? On the weekend, I clicked on is it the Age of the Herald Sun?
Yeah.
And one of the stories was, and both these stories were really high, like on the homepage. Mm-hmm. East Melbourne Terrace hoping for $3 million passes in at auction. Who gives a shit? Sorry. Kids in the car. But you've heard that word before. And who cares? I don't understand how that's a story.
I think they're promoting their real estate section, Sam.
John, this was on the main page. And here's another one.
Well, you know that the main revenue, the main thing that draws revenue in the weekend papers are the real estate sections.
Okay.
For the papers.
I'm glad I brought it up. The other thing I wanted to mention too was, once again, this was second. This is on the home page. The first story on this, I think it was the Herald Sun, was AFL ticket price. A story on AFL ticket prices, which is okay.
They've frozen them, haven't they?
Right. I didn't read that.
Yes.
How
long since you paid for tickets to an AFL game? I know.
Please.
Honestly, I can't answer it because I've never have. I never have purchased any.
Well, that's why you're a man of the people. You know what the second story was on the homepage? Sale and Horsham are through to the semi-finals in the Basketball Victorian Junior Country Championships.
What?
Under 16s and under 18s.
Well,
that was the second. That was the second story.
Where's the story about the diamonds?
Oh, I didn't say if this. By the way, and then there was detail. Sales. This is under 16s and under 18s junior basketball. Sales Chloe Felsberg had 28 points to lead the Sales Sonics to the win. Meanwhile, Horsham defeated Bellarine with a match that was decided in the last 11 seconds. That was the second story on the Herald Sun.
That's most unusual.
Sales Sonics, good name.
By the way,
well done to Chloe.
I was going to say,
how about you how exciting that would have been? Well, second story in the Herald Sun.
If we could get Chloe Felsberg on the show to talk about her 28 points for the Sales Sonics, and that would be no chance we get her.
You're not going to get her. She's front page news.
The last thing I wanted to mention, Swanee, I saw this tweet from the great Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, I love Richard.
He's very good in Jaws, by the way.
He's good in everything.
You
Mr. Holland's Opus.
One of the greats. Remember his character's name in Jaws? Hooper.
Hooper, yes. He's very good in Let It Ride.
Let It Ride.
Little known movie, Let It Ride.
Does a shark claim him?
Spoiler alert. No, he doesn't. Gets away.
He's right. Yes.
I remember when Robert Shaw grabs his hands, he goes, you got city hands, Mr. Hooper. You've been counting money your whole life. Yes.
Robert Shaw was fabulous in that film. Stole every scene. Unlike you and on this very show, Sam.
Unlike?
Like.
Thank you. Richard Dreyfuss is on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly grateful to everyone who has enjoyed my films. I'm very proud of my filmography. I admit I've made some terrible movies, but for the first 30 years, that was just because the movie wasn't as good as the script, and in the last 20 years, it's just because of the money.
Oh, God, love him.
I reckon an old loose Dreyfuss might be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Hey, breaking news, guys. Here's the headline. Hated COVID rule to ease in Victoria within days as workers encouraged to return to the office. Do you know what that hated COVID rule is?
Masks.
Masks.
Thank God.
This is unbelievable. As hospitalisation rates continue to decline, masks will no longer be needed in most indoor settings across the state.
Yeah. Have you noticed that every pair of pants you wear, you mightn't be as much, Sonny, because you got the workout gear on, but every pair of pants you have for the last 12 months, you go to put them on and think, geez, the mask, and you reach for the back pocket, there's always a mask there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How good's that been? And
I just put it on my
cleaned and
elbow.
washed.
Have it on my elbow.
The life-changing moment we had was when Jackie and I discovered the black masks.
Yeah, I know. I have noticed you
All of a
like
sudden,
them.
I felt like an outlaw. I felt like a bandit.
My daughter likes those too. She's
They're
like,
cool.
have you got any black ones?
Well, me and Peg can't help it if we're cool.
Health Minister Martin Foley made the announcement this very morning, urging workers to return to the office as a raft of COVID restrictions ease across the state. From midnight on Friday, the public health recommendation for Victorians to work or study from home will be removed.
It makes sense. I know a lot of people didn't want to go back to work because they didn't want to wear a mask all day at work.
Absolutely.
But you can still wear a mask. Just to clarify, you can still wear a mask in the bedroom, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely encouraged. And masks will no longer be needed in indoor settings, only on public transport, taxis, rideshare, etc., planes, indoors at airports, hospitals, care facilities, and for students in year 3 or above.
So if you're having an affair,
primary school.
they're the places you can still go to.
Yeah, so if you're going to do that, do it in the back of an Uber or at an airport.
Hang on, the kids above.
Or in a hospital. That's hot.
It is hot.
Yeah.
The kids above, so grade 3 and above, still have to wear it.
Still have to wear them.
Oh my goodness. My goodness, we haven't completely returned ourselves to normality.
No, but geez,
we still a bit have lost our mind with the politicians.
It feels like we're getting there, though.
Rightio, Andrew. Bolt over there.
Mate, the kids, like, it's hard enough for the kids. Like, honestly, how well are we policing that? In
But
the
they're
kids'
not
classrooms?
vaccinated. Most of the kids aren't
Especially
vaccinated.
yours, because your whole family's an anti-vaccine
Yes,
family.
man.
Especially Bam Bam. Bam Bam.
Hey, enjoy your Tuesday with all of these auspicious twos. I think it's good luck. And if it's not, then we'll see you Wednesday when it's all over.
Tomorrow on the show, the great Mick Malloy.
Mick Malloy makes his debut on this show, and I, for one, cannot wait.
How do we get him?
Let's just hope that when he walks into the building and he walks past that room where there's 1,000 of your books, that he doesn't grab one, Brownie.
Oh, I'll sign it through.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.